What up, Saints? So today I'm listening to Matthew 18. And at the end of Matthew 18, Peter comes up to Jesus and he says, Jesus, how many times am I supposed to forgive? 7? 70? 70 times 7? And Jesus goes into a story. The parable of the unforgiving debtor. It says that the king decided to catch up on all his accounts, and that he called in his servant who owed him millions of dollars. It says the king said, you're going to pay me my money that you owe me, and I want it now. And the servant said, I don't have it. I don't have it. Sir, please. And it said that the king was upset, and the king was going to sell him and his family and everything he owned to get the money that he was owed. But it says that the servant fell to his knees and begged him, Lord, please, just have pity on me. Give me just a little bit longer to get your money. And it says that the king felt compassion for him and pitied him and granted him that worth and threw out the debt. And it said that the debtor left there and went and called in one of the servants that owed him a couple $1,000s. And it said it went up to him and he grabbed him by the throat and he said, you're going to pay me my money now. And the guy said, I just don't have it. And he fell to his knees and he says, please, sir, I just don't have it. Give me just a little bit longer and I'll come up with it. And he said, no, that's unfeasible. I'm not doing it. Lock this man up until he gives me my money. He said that the king, the other servants found out and seen. They was like, man, that's wrong. And they went to the king and told the king. And so the king brought back in the guy that owed millions. The one that just was forgiven for his debt, but chose to go out and pursue the debt that somebody else owed him and didn't forgive them. And it says that the king says to him, why didn't you have pity on him as I had pity on you? Do unto others as you want done to you, right? He says that the king locked him up and put him in prison where he was tortured until he paid off his debt. And then Jesus ends by saying, the kingdom of heaven could be compared to this. My Father will do the same to you if you don't forgive your brothers and your sisters. Ouch. Strong words. That I think are more serious than we take. I'm just going off my own life. And I can just register at least one person that I hold or harbor feelings against daily. There's somebody that I hold on to something, I shove it down, and I carry resentment and bitterness, and that comes out in another way. There's so many reasons why forgiveness is the true answer, where it's true healing, where it's what we're supposed to do. But so many of us would rather hold on to it, right? They say that unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting your enemy to die. Because it doesn't bother them at all. They don't even know most of the time, because most of the time we don't say nothing. We just hold on to it. We shove it way down and inside. It's a weed sucking the nutrition from our garden. We let it steal our joy. We let it take our peace. All the God-given things we allow. That seed of resentment, that seed of bitterness, that jealousy, that anger, that frustration that we're carrying towards that person for whatever it might be. And believe me, I know it might be serious. I understand that, like, well, you don't understand what this person did to me. I can't forgive them. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. You can't hold on to it. It will eat you alive. I've seen testimony after testimony of people who've went through things in their life, tough things. I'm not going to share anybody's story, but I know at least a couple people who went through some really, really tough things. And they was angry. And they were mad. And they were frustrated. And it was coming out. It was leaking out into every relationship into their life. And then one day, that one person that they've been holding all that anger and all that grudge towards, God opened their heart and they laid it down. Jesus says you have to forgive them from your heart. It can't be just something you say. It can't just be words. You have to really mean it. You have to really work at it. And it's hard. It's hard because we live in a world where everybody offends us. Everybody gets on our nerves. And so easily, when we're riding our emotions, the wave of our emotions, to take in just a little bit of unforgiveness, a little bit of resentment, a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of anger, frustration. But it rots us from the inside. And so truly, I tell you, forgiving someone has such an impact on your future, on your physical, mental, spiritual, all the things. But let alone, that's not even the reason why we should forgive, right? Jesus doesn't say forgive so that you could be healed. That's just a benefit of forgiving, because Jesus's ways are better and above ours. But we should forgive because God forgave us, right? That first debtor, the guy that owed millions, came in there, dropped to his knees, and begged for mercy. And the king granted him that mercy. But then he went out and went to somebody that owed him, one of his servants, who owed a couple $1,000s, and he grabbed him by the throat and he treated him like lesser than. The king didn't treat him like lesser than. The king showed him mercy, but he didn't return that. Do to others as you want done to you. How many times have we done something and we begged our old lady for forgiveness, our brother, our mother, our dad, our sister, our cousin, our uncle, our best friend, somebody, the police, please just let me go. I won't do it again. I'm sorry. I'm young and I'm dumb and I'm this and I'm that. Like every excuse in the book, just please let me go. And then they show you that mercy. But then we go out and somebody does something wrong to us, but we don't act the way, because we forget all about it. In the moment, when the light's on us, we just want the light off. But when the light's on somebody else, we don't want the light to be let off of them. We want them to pay. We want them to suffer. But the truth is, we've been the one with the light on us, and we've been the one with the light on somebody else. It's not easy to forgive, but it's what's right. So that one person or multiple people in your life that you're holding on to grudges, anger, resentment, bitterness, if I can give you any advice outside of what Jesus said to add on top of it, one, forgive because he forgives. As he says, if you don't, he's not forgiving you. And I don't want that for you. More than that is, I want you to experience the healing that God has for you. Anyways, I love you, but more than me or anybody else, just know God loves you. Peace.